Hi everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. So we have just a couple weeks left of celebration. I am going to, over the next couple of weeks, so we had a baby. We have a grandson now, our first one. So last week, all about the baby. He came Sunday night, so not this week Sunday. I think it was the 10th. I don't even know when his birthday was. You know, it gets to be a blur. So almost every day last week was baby day, and the days, I think there was one day I didn't see him. A lot of cooking and a lot of running food over, and happy. So there's still, I'm going to transition to about half baby days. My daughter's in-laws are in from New York, so they're going to spend some time visiting him, which frees me up a little bit, although doing dinner for them tomorrow night. So still kind of in the baby phase. So we have celebration ending, and then in March we have some new online exclusives. So I'm going to kind of try to merge the two and show you some of the final celebration things because they're free. Everybody likes free, right? And then I'm going to show you some of the new online exclusives over the next couple of days. Like I have this, haven't even opened it. There's, you know, real life gets in the way, but I'm not going to fret about missing stuff because of a baby. So today I'm going to show you the suite of beautiful bokeh. So we are going to use all of the things that are included in the suite on this card. It's kind of an art of stamping card. So unless you can see it close up, it might just look like it's just a regular card, but it does have some fun little things that we're going to do to it to kind of elevate it to that next level. So we are going to use the paper, the embellishments, the folder, the dies, and the stamp set. So the stamp set right now is free as part of celebration. It comes in stock and then it goes out of stock because it's been a hugely popular celebration choice. So it is a much better deal to get this for free and then just buy the dies than it is to get the 10% off the bundle, because the stamp set is $24. So if you're looking for best value, the best value are the alphabet dies because they're around $45 and you get those free with a $60 order. But if you don't have a use for an alphabet or you already have that one, then this is another great way to use your celebration rewards. So let's look at the paper first. I might use a little bit of a different paper on this one than I did on the first one. So you can see it has this really pretty fun bokeh. I do need to use the colors, I guess, that I'm going to have in ink. I thought I would switch it. I could probably do this. Some of them have a little bit, and use that one. So you can see on one side, they're more splatter, and on the other side is more bokeh. This isn't all of the colors because I've used them for a class. There's one that's my favorite, and it is the one that I used. Maybe I don't even have any of it left. I do like this one a lot, and this is the one I used on this card, but I don't think that was my favorite. Maybe it is. This one's pretty too. That one's pretty. Let's do this one. And then I'll use this one as well. So this is a hybrid set, and then we need one more for the butterfly. Let's do, I did this card a few days ago and I'm just now filming it, so sometimes I forget. Let's do that one for the butterfly. So this is going to end up looking a bit different than my other one. So it's a hybrid set, and that means that you get the folder and the dies all together. So you get the folder with the dies. You can run this through, and then you can have it so your butterfly has texture, which we are not going to do on this particular card. I guess I could have, but I just didn't. And then this little one right here will also, maybe, I thought it did. Yeah, you can put texture onto this one. So I haven't even taken those off. So you get these, and then all the ones I'm going to use on today's card, they all came out of this. Those are ones I didn't use. So let's do our cutting first. So the most fun thing about this one is it has a fold butterfly. So I'm going to pop this on here. And then this one right here, you can see it has a line at the top. And if you line these, there's two little marks. If you line those on the top of the card, it cuts it so it flips up. So you can do it this way and keep the back, or you can do it how I'm going to do it and fold it over. I will try. I'm not going to promise that I get something done in the next couple of days using it the other way, but maybe. We'll see. There's a chance that those of you in Card Club, I have it laying here because it kind of matches our suite, that you might get a butterfly die in Card Club this month. So let me cut this out, and then I'll show you I'll cut all the stuff out. So this will be our butterfly. I am going to do it on this. This will be my bubble bath. Maybe it's Freesia. I think it's bubble bath. I'm gonna run that through on that. This is going to be a little banner, and I'll try to get where we've got the most bokeh. This is the butterfly body, which on the other one I did it in this color, but I'm going to switch it. I'm also going to do it out of a bokeh piece because this is left from my last one. And then this one I am going to cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm simply going to run it through the embossing folder to get the pattern on it. So let me do all of that cutting. All right, so all of the cutting is done, and then I ran this through. It's a beautiful folder. Now the next thing we're gonna do, let me show you. So this, you just lay right up at the top, and then you just take your snip. So it does work better on my other machine. I have newer plate, so it was easier to see where I was putting this, but you simply just cut them out, and then it will go, it makes the fold will open of your card. My other one, I didn't have to trim at all. It was right on there, but like I said, the plates were easier to see where I was lining it up. So then I am going to take my snips, and I am going to cut this antenna off here. So we have this, and then I'm going to cut the butterfly body. So I didn't want it to, I want it to look like this is one beautiful flapping butterfly. But if it has more than one body and more than one antenna, that's not going to work, right? So we have this. Now this will open. Let me show you how we're going to layer this if I can pick up my scraps. So we have our melon mambo, and then this will go here. Then this will be the card that opens, and it will go here. This will layer here, but I don't want these because I cut the little body out. So again, I'm going to snip these off. And you can do this in whatever colors and whatever, like all cardstock, all paper. You can see I've done a mix. That's going to go here. And then this will layer on top. And then our little body will go right on top. And this way we won't have multiple antennae sticking out there. So that's how we're going to layer it. And then I have this here to stamp my sentiment on. So we are going to do, I haven't done a card with shimmer paint in a hot minute. So I realized that I did a things that I buy from Amazon that I couldn't live without video. And I was like, I haven't shimmered for a while. So this is my shimmer solution. It is glycerin and a full wink of Stella in this one because I use a lot. You wouldn't have to do near that much for you. And then I just put it in and shake it up. You can also just mix it on something simple, like just put a drop of wink of Stella. It's a great way to prime your Stella pen, and then mix the glycerin there. And we are going to shimmer these things up. So I don't want this to look just white, so I'm going to take it, and the colors on this again are a bit different than what I did on the first one. I took my sponge dauber. I ended with a blue, so I think this is Pool Party, which there is none in this card. So let's skip the Pool Party this time. This one has, I'm going to use Bubble Bath and Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to do the Lemon Lolly because it will match that. And not much of this will show because we're going to put that other one on top. So we mostly just need to get these edges. And by just kind of swirling it on there, we can recreate that bokeh effect. So we'll do this first, just around some of the edges. Again, not all of them. And sometimes you want more than one. Otherwise, you don't want it to look polka dot, right? You want it, and so I'm just going to kind of get this off here. And then here in the middle, I'll clean it a little bit more. I pushed harder than I needed to. And then let's get the Lemon Lolly. Which may take on a little tinge. It stayed pretty Lemon Lolly. Didn't know if it mixed with the Bubble Bath, if it would be. So we have that. And now let's take our shimmer solution and we are going to shimmer all of the things. So again, this one is only going to be seen from the edges. This is one of those techniques and one of the cards that you really need to see in person because it's hard for the camera to catch the shimmer. especially on the white. If you were a fan of the shimmer paper that Stampin' Up! Used to carry, when it's on white or vanilla, it gives that kind of effect. But I'm going to do all of the pieces, so let's grab this one. You want to be careful when you've done it through one that's gone through a 3D folder. Because sometimes when you're just rubbing this on there, it will bend back up because it's already a little bit perforated. You can also do it before and let it dry and then put it through the folder. So here's this one. Now let's get our outline. And this is going to do a little bit something fun to our paper. It's going to, because this glycerin is wet, when you glue it down, you have to glue it all down. Well, a lot of glue, not glue, but adhesive. Otherwise it curls. But for this card, we kind of want the curl. A little bit more right here. Help that curl back up there. Now we have one coat kind of dry-ish. And then you should really be able to see it on this. Although we could flip it over. So many choices. I'm gonna need more. I thought I put more on there. So you just shake it up. Glycerin, Wink of Stella. I have a bunch of shimmer videos. I have one exactly showing you how I do it. It makes your Wink of Stella go a lot farther. You could not cover full sheets of all these papers with one Wink of Stella. So you can see it on here. I'll put a little bit more in here because this is the piece that I really want to curl. There we go. And the curling won't happen on this one. It will. I will show you the final one and you'll see what I mean once it's all the way dry. I'm having a hard time picking these little guys up. I think I might go with this color. It was originally supposed to be the other side, but I like that side when it flipped over. So we have that all shimmery. It will start to dry. And let's take our sentiment here. And I have Melon Mambo. So many colors work with this paper. And it's fun because, you know, well, I'm sure for a lot of you, like us, it snowed over your weekend. I'm ready for spring. So this paper gives you a little bit of it. There's our happy birthday. I love a good happy birthday. But this will get you ready for spring. Let's mount this all together. I'm just going to go ahead and use glue on all of it because the glycerin doesn't stick great. Look how pretty that side is. Oh, they're just, all of them are pretty. The Wink of Stella doesn't stick exceedingly well to the glycerin until it's dried. But this will stick nicely. We have that. And then we'll put our card on. So for this one, I want it to go just far enough down. You can see it's already starting to curl a little bit. That it looks like it's at the top, but it doesn't have to all the way be at the top. That gives us a little bit more room for all the things. Now for these two, to get it to curl the best, I'm just going to add this here in the middle. This in the middle, and this green glue sticks really well, so you don't have to worry about this falling off. In fact, it sticks so well when you get it on your fingers. You have glue on your fingers for a while. And then there's a little bit of glue on there already, so we just need a tiny bit to add her body. And then to give this all time to set a little bit, I am going to add my embellishments, which is the last thing I did on my other card, but it doesn't matter what order you do it in. So I'm going to take my fine tip glue, and I'll do one little wing here, and then I'll do the rest off camera. I'm just going to add some dots of fine tip glue. You could use the green glue for this. It's a little bit harder to get to be where you want it to be. And it doesn't dry as clear. This dries perfectly clear. The other one can have a tinge of yellow to it sometimes. And so these are the Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix. They come as part of the suite. So some of these are pearls. This was a pearl, but I picked up 2 at one time. Pop it over. So I'm just going to do all the way around with this. All right, so I've added all of those. Now I'm going to add my ribbon. This is also a free celebration choice, and it is from the original celebration selection. So once celebration is over, you can't get it anymore. So I'm going to give myself a long enough piece. And I can get it all on at once. So I'm going to make it be about halfway. Now, you could wait till yours is mostly dry, but it needs to be a little bit wet right here in the middle to slide this under. And because we use the glue, we can reposition it. It's not all the way dry. So just kind of tie it up in between the wings of, I'm doing it on the solid butterfly, the one that's on the pink paper. Grab this here. And then just tie your bow. I'm just using my finger to kind of keep it all in place, but I'll be able to kind of twist it if it moves. But see, I want all of these to, none of those, remember I just put the adhesive right in the middle, so. I did it out of order on this card. You could put it on first because I was trying to give this stuff as much time to dry as I can. Just trim this up. It's a little bit bigger than I want it. Let's make it a tiny bit smaller. And just trim it. Okay, so we have this, and then we have our little happy birthday. Originally, I was gonna, like, I wanted it on the front of the card, but it didn't go. So then I'm like, well, I made this beautiful thing, and now I can't use it. But then I decided all you have to do is lift your card up, which I'm gonna be careful on this one. And it fits right across the middle because it's designed to go across the middle of the butterfly. So it makes a really pretty inside to our card. So you can see this one's starting to do a little bit of the curling. These will all eventually lift themselves up a little bit, and then it's going to look like this. Now I have cards that I call top of the present cards, or put them on the outside of a gift bag, because it will lose a little bit of this if you put it in an envelope. It still will have some of it when they take them out, but look how fun that is when that paper curls just a little bit. Oh, I forgot I stamped. That's what happens when you make cards days ahead and then go back to film them. I'm like, well, what did I even do? I added the little dots. I think these, I got a little bit more of the bokeh, but you can see I did stamp. These are part of the stamp set. I forgot that. So a different color combination. But see how this one's starting to do its curling thing. It hadn't done it at all. Like when I finished my card, I flattened everything because, you know, that's what we do. We like a nice flat card. And the next day I came back into my studio and I was like, oh, it looks like she's ready to fly away. Fly away for spring. So you can see this one's starting to curl. I'm going to wait a little bit, not terribly long because I have a lot to do today and I have to keep the flow of things going. But I will wait a little bit, or what I'll probably do is come back and do a little Instagram video of them where you can just see this one once she's all the way dry. So that's what I have for you this week. Hopefully I will get more. I pre-recorded stuff and then the baby was late, and so I was going through the pre-recorded stuff, getting other things done, and now I have nothing pre-recorded. I'm done. So I have nothing to record and nothing created, so I have to create first before I can record. Have a great one, guys. Bye.